How's it going, guys? Welcome back to the PilotPatriot channel. Now, if you're watching this video, it's very likely that you probably carry an EDC gun you can still carry on a day-to-day basis. We do that so we're prepared to defend ourselves if we're presented with a threatening situation. And as the world gets crazier and crazier, we need to start thinking about situations where that concealed carry handgun just might not be enough. I'm talking about situations like terrorist attacks, civil unrest, mass shootings, things like that. And these are situations where you might need a little bit more firepower. So for that reason, a lot of us choose to have a truck gun. Another reason you might want a truck gun is say you live out on a farm and you're concerned about coyotes and predators and things like that. That would be another good reason to have a truck gun. But personally, I don't think it's good enough to just throw a gun under your back seat and say that that's enough. What I like to have is what I think of as a truck gun kit or an emergency response kit. This is going to be a self-contained bag that has everything in it that I might need for any of those emergency or threatening situations where I need that extra firepower and a little bit of extra protection for myself. If you like these kind of videos, guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and please give us a thumbs up. That really helps us out. And if you have any suggestions or questions, please leave them in the comments below. Now let's get over to the tabletop and I'll show you what I've chosen for my truck gun and everything I have in my emergency response kit. All right, guys, now let's get into this bag. This bag is made by Vism or NC Star. This bag is a pretty nice construction. It's a nice rugged nylon with very good heavy-duty zippers. It's got a nice heavy-duty carry handle that is box stitched. You'll notice it also has D-rings, and it does come with a shoulder strap so you can carry this on your shoulder if you want to. The size of this bag I think is just perfect for our purposes. It's roughly 27 inches long, 13.5 inches wide, and 4.5 inches deep. It fits perfectly under a back seat or possibly behind a back seat. It comes in several colors, and another thing I really like about this is it doesn't scream tactical. It's not camo, it doesn't have a bunch of molly everywhere that just screams tactical. So when somebody sees this bag, they might just think it's a piece of luggage or something like that. They'd never suspect what's actually inside this bag. You can see it does have a little window here that you can put your contact information in case the bag gets lost. I've just used it to put one of my patches in there. It does have double zippers and it is lockable, so you can lock this up to secure whatever's inside it. That's something you might need to consider, especially if your state's laws require it. Now let's break this bad boy open and see what we have inside. All right, guys, now let's take a look at the contents of this bag. Remember, like I said, this bag is designed to not only house my truck gun, but also to be kind of a self-contained emergency response kit. First things first, let's talk about the gun we have in here. I have chosen to go with the MCK Gen 2. This is just a very nice little package, especially with that folding stock. It folds up nice and small to fit in this bag. Even smaller if you take those extra magazines out. You can really fit this into some really tight spaces. The gun that I have in here is the Glock 17. And some of you might be thinking, why didn't you go with an AR pistol or a short shotgun or something like that? Well, one of the reasons is because my everyday carry gun is a 9mm. And I like the idea of having interchangeability and being able to use the same ammunition, the same magazines and everything like that. And with this MCK kit, it really takes that handgun and converts it into a nice small carbine style package. I have done a full review on this kit. I'll put a link to that right here at the top of the screen. You guys go ahead and comment down below, what kind of truck gun are you guys using? Do you like this choice or should I have gone with something else? Now moving right along, I have one of the 33 round Glock mags. That's the magazine I'm gonna be using in this gun. The reason I don't have it in there mainly is just because with this inserted, it doesn't fit in this space that I have here, but also may help you be a little bit more compatible with your state's laws. But I just keep this right here. It's easy to grab. As soon as that gun comes out, I can grab that magazine and insert it and I'm ready to go. You'll see also down in here, I have a couple packs of earplugs. Now, depending on your situation, you may or may not have time to open these up and pop them in your ears. But if you do have time, it's nice to be able to protect your ears, even in one of those emergency situations. Over here is my plate carrier. This is the LA Police Gear low vis plate carrier. I keep this very slick, very low profile, mainly so that it fits in the bag well, but also if I chose to, this carrier would also work well as a concealment carrier if I wanted to throw a jacket or something over top of it. So I'm just a little bit more gray man and I'm not drawing so much attention to myself. I have done a full review of this carrier and the plates that are in it. So if you want to check that out, I'll throw that right here at the top of the screen. And keep in mind, guys, I am going to put links to all these products in the description below so you can get them for yourself to fill out your emergency response kit. Now, in the side pouches of this carrier, like I said, this is designed to be used as an emergency response kit, specifically to go with my truck gun. So the kit that I have in these pouches is designed for that specific scenario. Right here in this first pouch on my right side, I have a cat tourniquet. Right behind that is some Celox combat gauze, and right behind that are a couple chest seals. They do fit in there nice and tight, but they are still easy to get out when you want to. Behind that is a nice big Sabra red pepper spray. That's going to be really good for crowd control, or if you need to handle a situation and you want to do that in a less than lethal manner, you can go for this pepper spray rather than the gun. Over here on the other side, I just have two 17-round Glock mags to go along with the truck gun. And behind that is a flashlight. This is the Streamlight Polytac. It's nice to have a good flashlight. You never know what your situation might be, so if you find yourself in a low light situation, you may need that flashlight. Now, the MCK does have a built-in flashlight, but the issue with a gun light is to light something up, you have to point your gun at it. So it's nice to have another option. So that's the plate carrier. Now that we have everything out, you can see how the bottom of this bag is designed. It has loop Velcro all the way around the outside and some MOLLE loops on the bottom. It does come with several of these Velcro straps that you can weave through that MOLLE and use as hold down straps to hold down whatever you have in there. It comes with a couple different types of dividers that you can use to divide this up into sections. And that worked out perfect for my purposes, keeping my gun and stuff separate from the plate carrier. Now back here in this back corner, now keep in mind what the purpose of this bag is. I have a Sabra red pepper spray grenade. Now remember, you are gonna wanna check your state's laws to see if it's even legal for you to have this. But I can see several scenarios where something like this may come in handy, especially if you find yourself in the middle of some type of violent riot or something like that, and you need to use it for some type of crowd control or just to get yourself out of a situation. You can pop this, throw it, and it'll clear out an area very, very quickly. Along those same lines, I have a smoke grenade. This is the Enola Gay 18X. Now these are mainly designed for airsoft, but it works fantastic for other tactical purposes as well. The one I have here is black smoke. You can get it in all different types of colors, but if you find yourself in a situation that you need to get out of quickly, you can pop this smoke, throw it out, and it'll give you a nice cover of smoke while you retreat to safety. Up here on this top panel, two mesh zipper pouches. In this first pouch, I just have a first aid kit that I have outfitted with some extras in there. It's kind of a mini trauma kit because when you find yourself in these type of situations, you not only want to be able to prepare yourself to make holes, you also want to prepare yourself to close up holes and treat wounds and things like that, not only for yourself, but for other people around you, and maybe even after you've stopped your threat. We're not out there to kill people, so once you stop the threat, you get yourself safe. You may even choose to use this first aid kit to save the life of the person that was threatening you. Along those same lines, we do have another cat tourniquet here. There is one on the plate carrier, but it's nice to have a backup. And like I said, that's for yourself, for bystanders, or any other purposes you might need that medical stuff for. Over here on the other side, in the bottom here, is the shoulder strap for the bag. I can pull that out and put that on if I need to. I have a nice hank of paracord here. It's always good to have paracord. Now, something else that I don't have in here that I think I would like to have is just a small survival kit, just because I like to be prepared for those types of situations as well. All right guys, now that's it for my truck gun emergency response kit. I think I've done a pretty decent job of filling this kit out with anything I might need to get myself out of a threatening situation and defend myself. Remember guys, I am going to link to as many of these things in the description below as I can. And please guys, if you have any ideas of anything else I should keep in this kit or something you guys would do different, make sure you leave that in the comments below. That helps me out and it helps everybody else out that's reading those comments to give us all some ideas. What we're really trying to do here guys is just be able to defend ourselves, get ourselves out of threatening situations, and protect ourselves and others. Don't forget guys, before you build out a kit like this, you do need to check your local and state laws to make sure you're abiding by those. If you like this video guys, make sure you hit that subscribe button down below, hit that notification bell, and don't forget right now, stop and give us a thumbs up. That really helps us out with that YouTube algorithm. If you want to help support the channel so we can do more videos like this, you can do that by joining us on Patreon or going to PilotPatriotApparel.com. We've also set up a backup account over on Rumble, so make sure you go find us over on Rumble. It is Pilot Patriot, all one word. Thanks for watching guys. Please like, share, and subscribe, and stay safe out there.